Hello beer tubers and welcome to yet another beer review with me, Imperial, the master of hobbits. And today we're going to be looking at a West Coast IPA sent to me from Neil. And this is the Green Flash Palate Wrecker. Double IPA at 9.5%. I actually had this already in San Diego, I just never got to reviewing it. And I wanted to review it when I was still in Albuquerque, but it never showed up there. I don't know if this is like the first batch or what it is, but we'll see. It's a double IPA at 9.5%. And what they kind of do is actually they use wort that's already hopped when they mash it, and then they hop it again, and then they do something called layer hopping. And it's a big double IPA. They use Columbus and Centennial, two of the hops in there, and I really liked it when I had it at the brewery. It's going to be interesting to see how the Palate Wrecker fares in the bottle. So let's get it cracked open. Okay, so we got the Palate Wrecker poured here. Really nice hazy orange color to it. Two finger, beige, almost beige, like it's a little off-white head. Looks like a more traditional West Coast style IPA, so let's check out the aroma. Really bitter. I get a ton of bitter grapefruit on this. Really, a lot of bitter, and it kind of smells like hop extract as well. That's some caramel kind of, or sweeter maltiness. Smells kind of syrupy almost. Yeah, almost like a hop extract aroma to it, but a lot of the bitter grapefruit, a little bit of the sweeter kind of orange, and maybe a touch of pineapple and peach, but mostly it's just a ton of bitter grapefruit. I get a lot of that, really. Maybe some piney notes in there as well. Smells pretty big, so let's give it a taste. Cheers, guys. Yeah, that's really bitter. Fairly bitter. It's got an almost tea leaf-like flavor to it. Body on it, I'd say is medium, very dry, and you can just feel that bitterness gaining. And that bitterness just lingers for a while. It's not as intense as in the Ultramate, but it's still pretty intense. But flavor, a lot of pine as well, but a lot of really bitter grapefruit. And because it's so bitter, the sweeter orange kind of note from the aroma is a little bit harder to pick up. Mostly I get that, some syrupy notes, again hop extract, a little bit of a sweeter malt backbone, like a hefty sweet kind of almost caramelly flavor, but mostly it's like a lot of bitter grapefruit. There's maybe a slight amount of tropical fruit on there, but wow, as you drink it you really feel that bitterness gaining. And in the aftertaste, you're just with this like really bitter grapefruit, as if you just like licked a grapefruit and then just the flavor just like stuck on there. You just like wouldn't fade. It's kind of the same thing because the bitterness lingers for a while. But yeah, that's basically the dominant flavor on it. Don't really taste the 9.5% alcohol. Not really at all. It's got a kind of a herbal flavor to it as well, along with that tea leaf. It kind of carries into one flavor, like tea leaf herbal kind of ordeal. It's a pretty tasty double IPA, but I prefer it when they're just like not as insanely bitter like this, and then more on the fruitier hop profile side, like a lot of Alpine beers. But this is just like a palate wrecker. I'm not gonna have any more IPA today at all because this trashes your palate, wrecks your palate. Which is what it's intended to do. Yeah, rating wise and even though I don't know how old this bottle is, because I don't see a bottling date anywhere, but even though it's been out for a while, this is still really bitter and it's got a lot of hop flavor. But yeah, rating wise for the Palate Wrecker by Green Flash, I'm going to give it an 85. It's a really good double IPA, but that bitterness and like extreme herbal and tea leaf flavor, and actually also pine in the back end, gets a little too much, I think. But I can see like the whole idea with making a big beer like this. It's the same with the McKellar 1000 IBU Ultramate. That's also way, way too bitter. But it's kind of like beers they're making for fun, I guess. Which is kind of a cool idea. Trying to make a beer that's really going to wreck your palate. So, yeah, that does it for the beer review of the Green Flash Palate Wrecker. I'm sure a lot of you guys have had this already, so yeah, remember to let me know what you guys think of it if you've had it. So always remember to comment, subscribe, check out the Facebook fan page and Twitter. I want to say cheers. I want to see you guys in another beer review.